Hello, hello. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. How is everyone doing today? I know it's early in the morning. It's 10 o'clock on where I'm located. And I know some people in the States still on the mountainside Pacific, they're not awake. Or maybe they're just waking up. Yeah, but the world is still going. The clock is moving. The clock is ticking. So we got to get going. So today, I'm here to talk about some of the things that I've learned in my personal development journey, things that I guess I used to take for granted, or things that I just didn't understand how they worked. I was just in my world doing my thing because that's what I was taught, or that's what I knew the world was all about. You go to school, finish high school, go to college, get a career, get a job, climb up the corporate ladder if you're in corporate, or if you're in whatever other field, get as many certifications as you can get and, go up, try to get more money, right? That's all I knew. Um, but sometimes life pushes you against the wall whereby you start asking yourself, is this it? Is this really it? Are you tied to working, employment, trading time for money? Um, and so, I just started asking myself questions and I started to think outside of the box. And so I went into a search like, what do people do to get better with their life? And before I go far, I always forget to do this. You guys have to forgive me. My name is Betty Small. Okay, as you guys can see there, my page is Learn and Grow with Betty Small. And I come here on Tuesdays and Thursdays, usually at 10 a.m. Sometimes because of different things in life, we move the times around. But usually I'm here on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. And so, like I ask you guys always, for those who find what I talk about, if it resonates with you, please follow me on my page, like, share. You can check it out, Learn and Grow with Betty Small. I have other videos over there. I talk about health and wellness. I talk about personal development. What are some of the things that we can do in terms of improving our health, and especially when we have to do with lifestyle diseases? How do we manage our health so that we can be there a little longer and enjoy the bodies that God has given us for a little longer? We also talk about personal development, because you cannot do better if you're not doing any personal development in your life. And so in personal development, we talk about mindset shift. If you stay with your same old mindset, and like in this case, I'm talking about with my mindset about, um, I'm a nurse, I'm an employee, I go work for somebody somewhere, juggle one, two, three jobs, and try to make it work, right? And so that is what I knew. And so with the personal development, I've had to go through the mindset shift to know and to understand that no, there is more than just going to work. There is more than just getting employment and getting a check. You can do way much more with your life if you allow yourself to. You know, we are limited sometimes by lack of awareness. If you don't know, you don't know. You don't even know that you don't know. That is the very unfortunate part. And I used to be there. I used to be in that area whereby I didn't even know that I didn't know that there was a bigger world out here, that there was something more than employment, that there was other things that you could do for fulfillment. You help other people out there, at the same time being able to fulfill your needs and fulfill your goals and your desires. And so, it comes full circle. You're not just doing it for yourself, but you're also doing it for the people around you. Okay. So I've introduced myself. I say that all the time, but it is something that we have to do over and over, because sometimes there's new people that stop by and they're like, well, who's this person? She didn't even introduce herself. So remind me, for if you come to this page and you're a new person and you don't know, who this person is. Sometimes I forget to introduce myself. Okay. Betty Small. My page is Learn and Grow with Betty Small, and I've told you what things or what items I talk about on my page. So please come check me out. Okay. Follow, like, share the content that you will see in my page. Okay. So I was telling you guys about my journey, how I ended up in personal development, and what I'm currently doing in terms of working towards improving the outcomes in my life. I'm trying to change the trajectory of my life, because I've realized that life is not all about working, 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 working for somebody until you get to your retirement. They make you do these 401ks and all these other things that they make you do, but it's a system whereby they keep you in a certain box. And so you as an individual have to come to an awakening, to an awareness that there's much more out there other than going to work, other than working for somebody and juggling one, two, three, four jobs in order for you to survive, or to do a little bit better just than survive. You guys know what I mean, right? In most cases, people can do one job and you'll be okay. But in order for you to do a little bit better, because sometimes we have projects to do, sometimes we have school, we have kids, we have people that we are helping, and all that. So your salary alone is not going to be able to cut it. Sometimes you are forced to take up a second job, a third job, so that you can be able to meet all the needs and support other causes that you're doing in your life. So for me, I realized that the job thing, yes, I'm not saying like, okay, people should just go ahead and quit their jobs and all that. I'm just talking about my personal journey and where I am and why I'm doing what I'm doing. So for me, because I've been in this career, in the nursing career, in the healthcare area for over a decade, I've done quite a few areas of nursing, and I've had experience. I feel like I've seen and done what I needed to do in nursing, and any growth in there in the nursing career is not going to take me anywhere. So I want to explore more about other options out there, because there are. Most of the time, we don't know that there is because we are not aware. Okay. And so, in the course of trying to figure out what is out there, I figured out and I learned that there are things that these people, there are people that there are things that we see, like people who are doing well, the wealthy people with businesses and financially they're doing well, like influential and all that. And we just kind of look at them as some kind of people, that's for them. That's not for me, right? People like Oprah Winfrey, people like Lisa Nichols, people like Tony Robbins, all these big people, especially in the personal development field, we look at them like, oh, you guys are so lucky. This was in you, it was inborn, so you didn't really have to do anything. Well, wrong. These people that you see out there, they're doing well because they put work into what they were doing and for them to get to where they are today. Okay. I don't think there's anybody that just sleeps and wakes up and finds themselves successful. Mm-mm. Nope. It's hard work. These people have put time, resources, and they have committed to whatever they started to do. They committed to it. You know, they fall, they get back up again and try over. They fall, they get back up again, they try over. You know, like I say, it's like if you don't even try, you don't even know if you can succeed. But if you keep trying, you're definitely giving yourself a chance. Okay. Every shot that you take, you're giving yourself a chance. But if you look at the basketball and you're like, I don't even think I can, even if I try, I don't think the ball can make it over there. Well, you're already disqualifying yourself before even taking a shot. So the deal is take a shot anyway. Whether it gets to the net or not, that's irrelevant. The fact is, you have made an attempt. Okay. So, in the study of these people and in the study of me trying to figure out, okay, personal development, what are some of the things that I can do to better myself in terms of improving my productivity, improving my mindset, improving my financial ability? What are some of these things that these people have been able to do and they're very successful? One thing that I realized is that these people, they do not um, live just any kind of mediocre life. And what I mean by that is that these are not people that just wake up in the morning and they're like, huh, okay, we are up now. Okay, what does this day have to offer? And they don't decide by their day by, oh, it looks like it's raining today. I don't think I can go out there do anything. You know, this weather is just gonna keep me indoors today. Okay. Or they just look and say, oh, it feels so cold today. I can't even go out there. Who's gonna deal with this cold weather? They they don't live like that, you know. And so it made me to start digging more and find out like, okay, what can I do? What are some of these things that I can start practicing that can get me to a better place? I'm not talking about, you know, like being like a millionaire or anything. I would love to be a millionaire, granted. But what are some of the small steps that I can take that can take me in the right direction? Okay. What are some of the things that I can do that can help me put one leg in front of another, one leg in front of another to the right direction? And I realized that these people, their mornings are their main thing in their life. Their mornings are what makes a big chunk of who they are. Okay, that's when they are productive the most. When some of us wake up in the morning and we start thinking, okay, so what do I do today? Let me maybe make breakfast. And then you have breakfast, and then you're like, okay, so what do I do now? Well, maybe I do laundry. You know, I'm assuming on a day that you don't have to work, or even on a day that you have to work, you know, you're not pushing yourself beyond doing your 9 to 5, right? You do your 9 to 5, you come home. By the time you get home, maybe it's after 6. You're tired, you're trying to make dinner. You know, people like me who have young kids that you have to help with homework, you know, help them get bathed and, oh, mommy, it's time for bedtime story. By the time you do that, you're mentally exhausted. And so all you're left with is a little bit energy to get your family meal together, help your kids prepare them, go to bed, and there the cycle goes again. And so this what I found out is that that kind of cycle does not take us anywhere. If you want to make a difference in your life, if you want to go beyond and do things beyond your comfort zone, you you have to push yourself. Okay? You have to push yourself in that, yes, you're going to do that 9 to 5, but when you get home, what is it that you can do to personally develop yourself? You have to literally set time apart for that. And so, like I was saying, for these people, what I found out is their mornings are their most productive time. Okay. They will wake up three, not three, they will wake up around 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Okay. This is the time when the rest of us, when the world is still nice and quiet. Okay. They will sit down, they will plan their day, they will do their meditation and get a plan of, get an idea and a plan of what they're going to do for that day, and get their list of items to do, put them all down, and then, start going down the list and checking them off. Okay, so I could not imagine I say, huh, me? Wake up at 4 in the morning? I don't think so, because for a long time I have worked nights in my life, and so I've been a night owl. On the days that I'm off, I would let everybody go to sleep, and then that is my time to just like sit back, relax, watch a movie, catch up on, whatever show that I needed to watch, or, watch that I hadn't caught up to. So I that's what I used to do. Okay. And so if that's what I used to do, can you imagine telling me to wake up 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning? Like, I'm literally going to bed at 4 o'clock in the morning. So how am I going to be able to wake up at 4? So you're telling me that I have to go to bed when kids are going to bed and wake up at 4? Oh, okay. So yeah, that's one of the things that I had to practice. And boy, oh boy, boy, oh boy, it is not easy. Um, it wasn't easy, me adjusting to going to bed at the same time with the kids. I would literally force myself to sleep. I didn't have to take any medications or anything like that, but I had to practice some of the things that they say, okay, if you want to go to sleep without any issues, especially for night owls like me, you need to stay away from your screen for at least 1 hour before you lay down. The lights should have been dimmed by then, so that it's not so bright, and um, your brain is not super active. So I had to start practicing some of those things and making myself go to bed early and waking up at 5 a.m. in the morning. Well, I must say the first few days I could not wake up at 5 a.m. Mm-mm. The earliest I could wake up was around 6:30, because I was literally fighting myself getting out of that bed. And I had to really push myself, because I'm like, okay, I need to know what it is like to wake up this time of the morning, and not just to wake up, like, what is it that I can actually accomplish during this time of the morning? And so, with the experimentation, I was doing 6:30, then I was able to wake up at 6, then I was able to wake up at 5:30, then I was able to wake up at 5, and I was actually able to go as far as waking up at 4:30. Now, I've not been able to wake up at 4, but 4:30, yes, I've been able to do that. And boy, oh boy, let me tell you, there's nothing I've come to appreciate as that morning silence, when everybody is still asleep and the kids are not running around and nobody's coming to ask me a question, or and no distraction at all. Let's just say that. This is a time when I actually get to sit down, I get to pen down my thoughts, I get to actually think through uh, things that have been like sitting in my brain that I haven't processed. I give my time to process them. I give myself time to um, journal. That's one thing that I'm still working on it. I'm not where I want to be, but that's one thing I'm working on, because when I wake up and my brain is loaded with lots of thoughts, then it's a good time to start penning down some of those thoughts, um, and letting them go so that your brain can have space to focus other things. Okay. So yes, I it's been quite an experience. Now, am I 100% um there? No. There are some days, depending on what's going on in my life. Some days I work nights, and so waking up at that time is not a possibility. Okay. But on the days that I'm at home, it has been my goal to be up and use that time to structure my life and bring some order, and all those to-dos that I have, list them down and try to see, okay, which one can I, which one is very, very, very important and urgent that I need to get to today. And you go down the list. So, what am I saying in essence? It takes new habits to get you to a different level. Okay. If you continue with your same old habits, like if I could continue with staying up at night and watching my late night movies and catching up on my shows and Nigerian movies, like they used to be my favorite, I didn't like anybody making distractions or asking me questions or kids running around when I'm watching a movie or a show. So I wanted to make sure that everybody goes to bed so I can have a nice quiet time to do that. So now I realize, oh my God, how I wasted so much time watching movies. I mean, of course, granted, I learned one or two things, but in all honesty, it didn't do anything in terms of my personal development, in terms of growth. It didn't do anything to me. Okay, so I refuse to waste my time in such a manner anymore. Okay, I I refuse anything that is gonna be taking away time from me, that is not helping me in my personal development. I refuse. I refuse. There are these functions that go on in my community, and I would love to go. But the truth is, some of that time I already have inbuilt things that I need to do, um, to help me in, going forward in terms of my personal development, in terms of my health and wealth and other things that I don't have the time to go. So yeah, once in a while I may pop in, but yeah, they're not important to me anymore. Who's this? Just uh, just ask Nancy. Oh, simplifying my morning routine changed my life. I realized if I prepare well the night before, and writing 3 to 5 point goals gets me a successful morning. You are so, so correct. The thing I realized with preparing your mind and writing what you need to do the night before, your subconscious mind does magic. Have you ever realized that? Just ask Nancy. Your subconscious mind does magic, because when you actually pen it down, your mind goes, as you sleep, your subconscious mind is working on those items. Research has actually proved that. So, if there's one very important thing that you want to do before you lay down to sleep, if you want to start practicing getting up a little early in the morning and trying to develop yourself, whether it's, you want to write a book, or whether um, you are doing your master's or PhD or whatever, if you're studying, whatever you're doing, if you write those items to do down and you look at them and read them before you go to bed, your subconscious mind does a magic. By the time you wake up in the morning, your brain has already processed some of those things. So when you start working on them, it's much, much easier. Like, yeah, I don't know what it is, but the subconscious mind does magic when you write those points down and you sleep on them. Try it. Give it a try if I waste my night or not. Yeah, you're very correct. Just ask Nancy. I experimented with how it feels when I used to have a habit like when I lay down before I go to sleep, I'll just be scrolling through my phone, mindlessly scrolling through the phone, looking at social media, who has posted what, just unimportant stuff, right? And so what I found out is that that light, when you're trying to go to sleep, your brain doesn't need that bright light shining in the eyes, whether it's from the phone or whether it's just, the regular light that we use. And it messes up. It will take you way longer for your brain to relax and go to sleep. That's what I was talking about. Like you want to stop looking at your computer or your phone screen at least 1 hour early. You want to start dimming the lights, tell the brain it's time to go to sleep so that it can slowly start adjusting to the change in the environment. So, yeah, the waking up in the morning has done wonders for me. Like I say, I'm not always able to wake up in the morning, especially on the days that I work nights. But on the days that I'm at home, I really, really try to make sure that I utilize that time in the morning. There are nights that, sometimes your body just doesn't feel very right. But the most important thing is to make sure that you're not going down the slope of, okay, I didn't do it today, I didn't do it tomorrow, and the next day, and all that. You may miss a day here because maybe you are not feeling well or you had something that you had to get up early to go do or something like that. But try to get back in the rhythm as soon as you can. But don't allow yourself to go down the slippery slope of missing today and tomorrow and the next day, because then you lose your momentum and all goes down to the drain, whatever you've been trying to do. And nobody wants that. You don't want to work so hard to gain a good habit for you just to send it down in the drain. Mm-mm. Nope. It takes so much work to get a good habit going. So once you make that good habit going, keep it going. Allow yourself to not be able to completely, make it through, but we are all human. Give yourself some grace and be understanding to yourself and just try to pick it up next time. Okay. So, yeah, I am here to ask you, how productive are your mornings? What are some of the things that you're doing to make sure that your mornings are productive? And what are some of those things that you're doing? How productive are you? Who's here today other than just ask Nancy? Come on, people. Let's talk. Let's talk. Talk to me. I'm trying to engage with you guys, find out who's here today. Tell me what you guys have learned about, for those of you who are in a personal development journey, or even for those who find that word to be foreign, like it used to be foreign to me. What do you think about it? Does it sound foreign, like something that is way out there? Is it something reachable? Is it something you'll be interested in exploring? You know, what do you do in your mornings? Are you do you wake up in the morning and try to meditate? Do you do a lot of writing in the morning? Do you wake up and go doing your yoga or going exercise? Is this the time that you sit down to look at your emails, or are your mornings the times that you used to do meetings and stuff like that? What do you do in the mornings? What have you found to be worthwhile doing in the morning? What have you found to be worthwhile? I can't tell if there's anybody here. I always have a hard time telling if anybody's here, but bear with me. I just like to engage a little bit. Like I say, guys, this is just for me to get to know you guys better so you can also get to know me, and I'm not just like some stranger who comes here and just yep, and goes my way. I want to show you that I'm human, I'm very personable. I go through the same struggles as you guys, and we just have to find a way around these struggles so that we are making a positive impact and we are not going backwards. We are putting one foot in front of another, one foot in front of another in the right direction. Okay. All right, guys. It doesn't seem like there's any other people here, but it was nice to have you. For those who are able to watch me today, I'm just leaving you guys with a question today. What is it that you're going to do to help your morning so that you can be more productive? If you are trying to make a change in your life, it starts from the little habits that you propagate in your life that help you in the bigger picture of your life. Okay? You're not just going to wake up one day and find yourself with all these habits of highly productive people. You have to start practicing. And honey, it's a struggle. I'm not going to lie to you. It is not a walk in the park. It's something that you constantly have to fight with, something that you constantly have to push yourself through because it's very easy to give up and say, this is not for me. This is meant for other people, people that have stronger wills than I have. And so, yeah, it's very easy to just drop it and say, this is not for me. But if you know that you want better in your life, if you know that you're not satisfied with your circumstances and you're trying to do better, then you have no option. You have to acquire some good habits that are going to take you all the way. I'm running my business, so time is important. Um, oh yeah, time in the morning. Um, oh my goodness, talk about time management. That's another one that has really whipped me. I have been a chronic, and I admit it. I totally admit it. I am a chronic late comer. hmm I've been a chronic late comer going to work, chronic late comer going to appointments, chronic late comer going to shopping, chronic late comer going, oh my God, I don't even want to say church. But that's another area of my life that I'm working with, time management. Because honestly, once you learn how to manage your time, then all these other things kind of fall in place. Because your time is your asset. It's everything. You manage it well, especially in the early mornings. If you're an early morning person and you're productive. Now, I know there's some people who are late night owls and they're still able to accomplish a whole lot in the night. But if you wanna be if you wanna be more productive, if you wanna do well in your business, if you wanna do better and stop living a mediocre life, you have to change your habits. There's no two ways around it. So you either choose to stay in your comfort zone and keep doing the habits that you're doing, which are not really helping you, they're not propelling you forward, or you choose to get out of your comfort zone and don't worry about what people are going to say, how they're going to judge you. Um, it's none of how they feel or what they think is none of your business. Okay. You know yourself. Okay. When you fully understand yourself and you know exactly where you're going, it doesn't matter what people are saying on the side of the road. You just focus to your goal. Now, the truth is, yes, we are human. Sometimes, as you're focused on your goal, sometimes people may say something on the side of the road and you're like, what? What did she say? And there are times you get distracted because you want to stop and yell back and say, how can you say something like that about me? Blah, 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 blah. But remember what that's doing. It's just taking time away from you reaching your goal. So be wise, choose wisely. Is it necessary to stop there and go back and forth with that person? Or do you focus and head to your goal, whatever goal that may be? Okay. Alrighty. I have to go. I hope you guys have a good day. And I hope that I was able to get some of you guys thinking who may be very well comfortable doing what they're doing. Maybe this, will, get you start thinking, make you feel a little uncomfortable about your current situation if you are truly serious about trying to make some changes in your life, if you're not satisfied with the way your life is going, whether be it your finances, your career, your relationship, whatever area of your life, if you're not satisfied about it, you have to do something different. Otherwise, if you don't do anything different, you're just gonna be in the same cycle, rat race with nothing changing and getting the same results every time. So I hope that you guys will stop and evaluate yourself and ask yourself, are you really being productive with your mornings? And if you're not a morning person, are you being productive with the time that you consider yourself to be productive, whether you're a night owl or something like that? But majority of people I know that they are way more productive in the morning. And push yourself a little bit. Push yourself and see what it is that you can actually do. Like I say, it's not a walk in the park. It's not. It's much easier, especially now that it's getting cold. It's much easier to grab that blanket and cover yourself and say, it's too cold, though. I can't do this. But think about it. In the next, the cold season lasts how many months? Is it five, almost six? In the next 5, 6 months, you'll probably be in the same position. Why? Because you do not want to get up when it's cold. You do not want to push yourself just a little bit so that you can see what it is that you can do. You're not pushing yourself so that you can get a little bit more time for you and do things for you other than things that you're doing for other people and other companies. Okay. So, yeah, it's just a challenge. Evaluate yourself and see how productive are you with your mornings. What are some of the things that you can change to make you be a little bit more productive? Something that goes in line with your goals and um, finally, getting you to a better place in life whereby you're not, like me. Like I said, I used to feel so, I don't even know if I want to say it here. We'll just leave it there. Yeah. Let's work on our good habits so that they can propel us forward. It is work, and be willing to do it if you want to see good results. Okay? All right, guys. I will see you later. Have a good Tuesday. I will see you guys here on Thursday. Again, my name is Betty Small. My page is Learn and Grow with Betty Small. I'm still asking for your support, you guys, so you can check out my page. Please follow, like, share if you find any content that resonates with you, or you may find somebody else that could benefit from the content that I have over there. You are more than welcome to do that. Okay, other than that, I wish you guys a happy Tuesday. I will see you on Thursday. Bye bye.